So this is from the House Financial Services Committee, and they're laughing right in your face about screwing over the American public for corporate money. Watch this.
The gentleman from Indiana, Mr. Hollingsworth, is now recognized for 5 minutes.
So that's the guy from JP Morgan. That's the guy from Citibank. That's the guy from Bank of America. And that's the guy from Ping. Here we go. Watch this.
Well, good afternoon. I'm excited to be here with each of you. Before I get started on my questions, Mr.
This is the Oversight Committee. They're supposed to be the people overseeing banking in America.
Moynihan, I wanted to let you know, Saruthi, raise your hand, Saruthi. She has been my team member for a couple of years now, but on Monday, she becomes a Bank of America team member, about which she is very, very excited. So I hope you'll take good care of her and know and recognize the talent that she has shown already in our office. I'm sure she'll do the same at Bank of America.
We will do that, and her father already works for us, so he'll take care of it. You should have called us.
What do you even say to that? So that's called the revolving door in politics, right? So this is the committee. They're supposed to be overseeing, they're supposed to be regulating banks, and then they leave the committee that regulates them and they go to work for the banks. That's called corruption. And that should be criminal. These people are all fucking criminals. That guy giggling right now is a criminal. They're all criminals. And they're laughing right in your face. As Chris Hedges said it, they lie, cheat, and steal, and they do it right out in the open. They're doing it right out in the open. Hey, his smartest team member is going to work for the guys we're supposed to be regulating, well, and her dad always works there. Her dad already works there. Oh. And everyone thinks it's just giggly shit. This is just funny.
So what is his job now as the oversight guy to tell the banks to keep up the great work?
Right.
Take good care of.
In politics, a revolving door is a situation in which personnel move between roles as legislators and regulators on one hand, and members of the industries affected by the legislation and regulation on the other, analogous to the movement of people in a physical revolving door. Hey, this is gross. Republican openly brags about staffer leaving work for Wall Street during their blah, 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 blah. Perhaps free to speak so candidly because he's not running for re-election. So that guy who said that's not running for re-election, which is why he doesn't give a shit that he told the truth. He happily announced that one of his top aides is departing his office next week to join Bank of America, a powerful institution whose CEO testified at Wednesday's House Financial Services Committee hearing alongside other top industry executives. This guy tweets it out, says, this is unexcusable. A truly wild moment yesterday from the House Financial Service Committee where they laugh about the revolving door from Congress to the banks. They're just laughing. You guys are, it's all one big fucking, what is it called? The
people in the back loving it. Like
a banana republic, where it's one big banana republic. Everybody's corrupt. We're all extracting wealth out of the system. Representative AOC Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, a member of the Financial Service Committee, wrote in a Twitter post Thursday that she was in the room when this happened, and it was just as gross and wild in person as it is here. Tax the rich, sweetheart. Tax the rich. People rightly discuss conflicts of interest of members of Congress, but lobbying of senior staff who move on behalf of members and committees is a huge part of the problem, too. The revolving door, and AOC will never do anything to fix that problem.
Well, she noted it.
She noted it. I'm noting. The revolving door between committee that oversees the nation's banks spins particularly fast. Many lawmakers and aides involved in crafting and watering down Wall Street regulations in the wake of the 2008 financial crash went on to take jobs at large financial institutions. Barack Obama, when he left office, the first thing he did when he came back into public life was he went and give fucking $500,000 speeches to Wall Street. You know that's what he did, right? You know his cabinet went from White House to Wall Street faster than anybody's cabinet? You know Barack Obama got more money from Wall Street than his Republican opponent? Do you know that? Why do you think that happened? Because he was a bigger tool. Barack Obama was a bigger tool than John McCain of Wall Street. He was a bigger enemy of workers than fucking John McCain.
Oh.
Barack Obama is the enemy of workers. The Democratic Party is the screwer of workers.
Are you sure you're not just mad because a person of color is getting more than John McCain?
Yeah, right? That's what Trevor Noah said.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he said, oh, you guys are just mad that a black guy's doing it now. No, we hate it when everyone does it.
Trevor Noah, what a pure medium level intellect of a man.
Unbelievable. His intellect level is extra medium.
Yeah, he's got an extra medium.
Public Citizen has estimated that in the midst of economic crisis, the financial services industry deployed more than 1,400 former federal employees, including ex-committee staffers, to lobby Congress on banking issues. Some who have spent substantial time working on Capitol Hill, such as Senator Bernie Sanders' aide Warren Gunnels, reacted with disgust to Wednesday's hearing. What did he say? I'll never forget, after a meeting with GOP staff on the Financial Services Committee one day, I said I had to work with Bernie on a statement and questions for an upcoming hearing. Gunnels recounted they laughed and said, "You're so funny. Banking lobbyists write all of our statements and bills for us."
I immediately noted it. Note to self, gross.
Warren Gunnels and Bernie Sanders immediately noted it, and they went on to do abso-fucking-lutely nothing about
Then I
it.
called AOC, and she said it was gross too.
She was gross. Oh,
And
it's
we were
gross.
both really grossed out. She was gonna cry, but then
She was afraid for her life. I like how outraged Warren and Bernie get and then do absolutely nothing except take Joe
what can you
Biden's
do?
crank and jam it down their throat even farther every fucking day of your life.
Besides
How you
shaking
can
your
look in the
head.
mirror, how those two guys could look in the mirror. It's fucking beyond me.
Hey, you can't fight. Hey, what are you gonna
Beyond
do?
me. It's fucking beyond me.
Maybe if you did a little more on
The
your
revolving
end.
door between the public servants serving the banking cartel and the banks themselves can come in the form of speaking fees instead of direct employment. That's how Barack Obama took the money. Here's a list of Janet Yellen's employers between her roles at the Federal Reserve and the U.S. Treasury.
Whoa.
So these are all her speaking fees, and these are all the banks and financial corporations she did speaking for. These
Well,
are
have you ever seen her speak?
Her speaking fee, 100 grand, 90 grand, 150, 225, 225, 180, 200. Do you see how much money they make?
What in the hell is she talking about that would
That-
be worth that amount? This is how you should know that this is a huge crime.
Right.
Like, Chappelle tickets don't cost as much
That's right.
as to see this. Have you ever seen her speak? I mean, she don't seem like a genius.
That's more. There's more than just one page. There's 2 pages of all the speaking things she did. 120. Oh my God. Goldman Sachs. She did a speech for Goldman Sachs for 67 grand.
What's the lowest price speech?
Google 112.
Google 112.
Ooh.
The lowest price was 9 grand, eh?
For who?
Harvard.
Oh, Harvard.
Yeah.
They're gonna. That's the prestige of it. We can only go for 9 grand. Hey, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I made 112,000 every other day for the last.
Yeah. So that's called the revolving door in politics, and they're doing it right in your face. And I like how Bernie and AOC pretend to be outraged. They're so outraged, they're going to do absolutely fucking nothing about it ever. And they're going to keep telling you Joe Biden is better than the Republicans, and they're going to keep channeling all that revolutionary progressive energy right back into an anti-worker, pro-war, pro-Wall Street party. And
They're
that's
gonna
why
feel
this
horrible about it.
they'll feel bad about it. Bernie got rid of his own fucking movement. And again, how Bernie or anybody who works for them can look themselves in the fucking mirror just goes to show you there's not much integrity in anywhere in Washington, D.C.
What, am I
Certainly
gonna be
Bernie's
like Ralph
fucking
Nader?
office. What's that?
Am I going to end up like Ralph Nader?
No kidding.
Hold on.
Bernie Sanders is worse
Yeah.
because he knows better. Those guys are worse. They know better. Pieces of complete shit.
One of my idiot friends actually goes, "Oh, what?" and get nothing accomplished like Ralph Nader. Like nothing
Accomplished?
The reason you have seatbelts in your
Goddamn
your
car.
car is because Unbelievable.
Virginia Beach, Richmond, Arlington, San Jose, Miami, West Palm Beach. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for all the tickets and become a premium member while you're there.